Hi, this is Diane Donnelly with the Donnelly Group of Keller Williams. Today we're going to talk about buyer's markets versus seller markets and how it affects you. So thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you being here. Buyer's market results when there is a higher inventory of homes on the market than there are buyers for those homes. Okay, more houses that are on the market and fewer buyers. A seller market, therefore, is when there is a higher number of buyers than there are an inventory of homes for sellers. So the buyers are out there in higher numbers than there are sellers. More people looking at one specific house, for example. The generally accepted rule of thumb is if the housing inventory is 6 months or less, it's considered a seller's market, and if it exceeds 6 months, it's considered a buyer's market. Why is this important for you to understand, or why talk about this? What's in it for you? Well, it's critical. It's very, very important to understand it because the market conditions change depending on what type of a market it is. So I wanted to talk with you about that. What behaviors are there in each of the different markets, and how does this impact you? Well, in a buyer's market, the home values go down, which is a great time to buy. The sellers generally offer more incentives for you to buy their home because they want to try to stand out. The home then must be very much a perceived value, a visibly better value than the competition. The condition of the home must be impeccable. The curb appeal inside of the homes have to be in move-in ready condition because there's so many other choices to go to. Oftentimes, the buyers are going to request a home warranty, and they're going to request home inspections, and the seller needs to keep all of that into consideration because it's a buyer's market. Oftentimes, the buyers are going to ask to pay closing costs, or for the seller to pay closing costs on their behalf. The buyers are in the driver's seat. Now, contrary to that, on a seller's market, what happens? The home values are going up. The incentives that were formerly offered are no longer offered. The incentives are all gone because now the seller's going to be in the driver's seat. Pricing seems all over the board because there's multiple offers. So on one day it could be $500,000, the next day $510,000 because there's a bidding war going on. The condition of the home becomes less important. Sellers are putting less money into the home to make it show ready. The staging generally comes to a halt because, again, there's fewer homes on the market and there's more buyers. So the sellers are back in the driver's seat. Fewer inspections are being requested. The sellers usually demand higher money down payments. They will generally not give any closing costs or low closing costs because they're in the driver's seat. Simple rule of supply and demand. The higher the demand, the lower the quantity, or in this case, the number of homes that are on market, the higher the price. So the more, this is, think of the iPad, the more in demand they are, the higher price they are, and if there's fewer buyers, you start to see the price come down. If the supply is high, so if there's a lot of houses on the market, but the buyers aren't out there, then the pricing comes down, and you can see that there. Where these two intersect, where the supply and demand intersects, is called the equilibrium. That's what you see here. And I hope that sheds some light on what a buyer's, you hear that term a lot, the buyer's market or seller's market, but it doesn't matter unless you know why it's important to you, and hopefully we've illustrated that here today. And again, my information is here on the screen for you. You can reach me by my cell phone is the easiest way. The second way is from an email perspective, and you can also go onto our site, and there is a wealth of information there for you as well. So hopefully you will be able to take something away from today and implement it, and hope you have a great day. Thanks again for tuning in.